Okay. So all of you can hear me okay. Terrific. Now I want to welcome my friends from Facebook, and I want to welcome my friends from LinkedIn that are watching this, as well as my subscribers on YouTube that are watching this. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to ask me questions. And let me just take a quick peek at the people that are here. Grace, it's nice to see you. I love it when, I don't want to use the term old students come back, but it's because you're not old, but it's certainly nice to see you. We're going to bring up your profile. Take a look and see how you're coming along. Now, so you're working and listening to me. That's fine. So I won't expect you to respond. It's amazing how you can dial into these wherever you are. Now, for those of you that are participating in boot camp tonight, we're having our third session of boot camp, and this is probably one of the most important sessions of boot camp, the third and the fourth one, because we walk you through the steps of connecting with new people and qualifying them quickly. And tonight I'm going to be sharing with you some new tactics and some new scripts that you're going to be able to use, because a lot of things are changing. Now, before I jump into the current information for today, I just want to remind all of you, number one, we have uploaded a new scripts book. So if you in a previous boot camp, we have a new updated scripts book. Additionally, if you didn't participate in our top earner retreat for the fall, I'm doing something that frankly I've never done before. And I'm literally letting people purchase the video recorded sessions, because in the next 2 months, this information can go a long way to helping everybody rank advance in the month of November and December. And I just want to share with you some of the results or the responses for people that participated in the retreat.
What do I have to say? I'm straight and I'm absolutely thinking that if I had seen this, I would say this, and I pushed everything that was my phone.
Well, I'm getting some static with my computer and my settings, so we're not gonna play these. Let me just feel. Okay. So again, tonight we have our third session of boot camp. I want to remind all of you that you also have access to the previous month's boot camp. So if you want to get ahead, this is where you want to go catch up. Every boot camp is different than the previous boot camp. Now, prices are going up. Interest rates are going up. And people are being laid off. Twitter announced at the beginning of the week that they're laying off probably half of their staff. Facebook announced yesterday that they're going to be letting go close to 11,000 people. And companies are going out of business. And what that's going to enable you to do is take advantage of what's happening with the economy. Network marketers thrive during a bad economy. Thrive. Last night, we heard from Francisco, who's been a student of mine for well over 22 years. And for those of you that have been following him, in August, his team was up to 72,000 people. And then he recruited a top earner in another company that had 300,000 people. And he's already brought 200,000 people over to Francisco's business. So now Francisco is over 300,000 members. And he shared with everybody last night that he's been busier than he's ever been in his life. But he's making more money than he's ever made in his life. And when we say busy, what do we mean busy? Well, he's doing three-way calls for his leaders. He's training people on various elements of LinkedIn and Facebook, how to open up your settings, how to make yourself visible, how to make those subtle little changes that are resulting in sales. I've never, in 27 years, ever seen faster results. In the month of October, 10 million more professionals jumped over to LinkedIn. And LinkedIn right now is in the middle of a major, major change. They're changing their format. They're changing literally every part of their system, primarily because there is such a large influx of people that are joining LinkedIn. And a high percentage of them are network marketers, and a high percentage of them are actually doing all kinds of bad things. And for that reason, what LinkedIn has done is LinkedIn has changed their format. So let me look in the chat window. So we're going to jump into some accounts, and we're going to look at conversations, because conversation and what it's all about. It's all about talking to people. There's no reason why you can't be talking to 10, 15 people every single day. And if you're talking to 10 people a day, Monday through Friday, then there's no reason why, out of talking to 50 people a week, you can't be enrolling 2 or 3 people. You just have to be talking to the right people. I'm going to pop over here. Somebody sent me a message. So he sent me a connection request. Actually, we're not even connected. And that's another thing that LinkedIn is doing. LinkedIn has let you communicate with people that you're not connected to. So he's reaching out to me. I help people find a low-risk path to business ownership. Let's set up a time to talk. And this is the reason why LinkedIn is changing everything. Because they will see their paying members. LinkedIn is a free service. But if you are paying $79 a month, or if you were paying $100 a month, the last thing that you'd want is to wake up in the morning and get messages from people like Harold. The people in your company are doing exactly the same thing. Now, it's easy to come up here in the search window and do a search for people that you want to talk to, let's say in sales. We click on people. So you got 58,800,000 people in sales. And when you do your search, the people in your area are going to come up first. You can see that with the green donut, the people who are online right now. This person here, sales leader, looking for a business, but you can't connect with him. You can follow him. So look at him. Do what you love. And he was open to work. So we come down here, and the question, of course, is what is he currently doing? Why is he looking for something new? So he's a member of something called the Revenue Collector, and he's doing something else, Sales Hacker. And it looks like he had a job here that ended in October. But he's still doing these other things. So the obvious question would be, so why are you looking for something new? Why? What are you currently doing? However, again, he doesn't realize he's got the follow button up here, which is going to slow down the whole process for him. You wanted to reach out to him, you'd hit the back door. Now, let's go back over here to sales. And let's look for people. Now we could scroll down and we could find the people that, here's another one, always seeking opportunities. The question is, what is he currently doing? So he's the sales manager for the South Florida Gay News publication. And he owns something else. You know enough about a person by looking at their profile to know whether or not he's somebody that you want to talk to. And we can literally take it up another space. Looking for opportunity in sales. You got 43,000 people that are looking for an opportunity. And do you think out of these 43,000 people, you could find 10 10. And by the way, the key is to be talking to people that are active. So he's looking for a great opportunity. Maybe he's looking for yours. Entrepreneurial, empathic leader of people. So here he's got his own business. He's had it for almost 4 years. Now, why, if he has his own business, is he looking for something else? The way you talk to people, the way you communicate with people, that is going to tell you whether the person on the other end is looking for an opportunity, period. Folks, it's never been easier. And unfortunately, what you have to do is you have to step through a field of people who are getting slammed because they're popping in here and they're just going down. They're doing this search. They're looking for opportunity in sales, and they're just going connect. Senior sales manager looking for a new opportunity. So what is she currently doing? Currently looking for a new opportunity, full time. Well, we need to make sure she's active. So there's no activity here. There's no activity there. And even though her profile shows she's been looking for a job since June of 2020. Reaching out to people like this that have not been active will get you in all kinds of trouble with LinkedIn. All right. So I am going to log out of my account. And we're going to jump into some accounts that are here. And first, we'll jump into Mohammed's account. Now, Mohammed, we have a coaching session today at 3:30. So let's take a look at Jim. Let me go to your network first. And so you still have the old format for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is in the process of making some major changes to their architecture. You have the old format for managing your messages. So we're going to look at Jim. Okay. I mean, think about this. You know more about a person by looking at his profile. Mortgages, sales, customer service. the mortgage industry is going down the tubes. All right, so we come down here, and he is the senior loan officer for BayFirst. And according to this, he was also a senior loan officer for LoanBud. And he stopped doing that in October. The mortgage business is tanking. All right, so you made the connection. And then we sent him to start the conversation strategy. So why do you want to leave BayFirst and find another job? And he absolutely appreciates motivational pieces. And so when you send motivational messages to people, especially people in sales, not only do they enjoy getting them, but they share them with their friends. Okay, so what prompted you to get into your profession? All right, now we have some new scripts that are going to be absolutely perfect for these types of situations. We're going to be introducing them tonight in boot camp. So he's been out of work. From Bayfield, we'll come down here. BayFirst. And so apparently he's still trying to do some things freelance, but that's not going to work for him. It's not going to work for him. Let's come up here. And let's look at chastity. You ask people what they do, they're going to come back and ask what you do. What kind of jobs are you looking for? So let's take a look at her profile. Store planning. Now I want you to notice some new features on LinkedIn. Number one, they have an active library of gifts. But once you're connected to people, you could pop over here and set up a live connection, a live meeting between people. Your own Zoom. Now, this only works on Google Chrome. So the first question that you really want to get the answers to is, what does she do? Now, again, before you find out what they're looking for, you need to find out what is she doing now? I currently work in store planning for both of my roles. So she's telling you. And she trains. I'd be better off self-employed, and I've been that before. So you're talking to somebody that's looking for something. She's currently working. Obviously, the question is, why are you looking for something based on what she says she does? And of course, the other question would be, what kind of businesses have you had? All right. And a great line would be, man, I really like talking to people with an entrepreneurial mindset. Now, if I sent her a message right now, there's a 90% chance that she would answer. You have a lot listed in your tagline. What is the scope of what you do? So she's asking you, what do you do? We're going to answer her during our coaching session this afternoon. So, Mohammed, you're doing a great job in picking out prospects that clearly would be interested, or let's put it to you this way. These people would make great business partners for you. Let's go over here. And we're going to go into James' account. So we have a session today at 3:30. Now, first, before we jump into conversations, let's go over here. And bring up Grace. Now, because Grace, I'm looking at your account from James' account. You're not connected to James. So let's look at your profile. All right. And so we come down. And so, Grace, I know you can't talk. So, but Grace, you are so well positioned to be talking to people people that you know in advance need what you have, want what you have. So working in a hospital would give you a clear pathway to looking for people nurses, so you have a pool of 5.6 million nurses. So you got 11,000 nurses that are looking for an opportunity. But there are other people that work in a hospital hospital assistant. So you got nursing assistants that are looking for an opportunity. Secretaries. You have 1,100 medical secretaries that are looking for an opportunity. Do you know that medical secretaries that work in hospitals have outrageous turnover? They leave because they don't feel appreciated and they're not very well paid. And notice how many of them don't realize that they're invisible. And every one of these people are looking for an opportunity. It's all about connecting with people that clearly, while they're looking for an opportunity, the other part, which is equally as important, is that they would thrive and appreciate being in your business. And you want to be able to show them that you can help them earn income right away. Right away. Now, the longer a person has been looking for a job, the more open they're going to be to looking at what you do seriously. Okay? So let's come over here and let's look at Matthew Mays. Okay. So he's available all day. Now, the best thing to do so that you don't waste your time, let me have you ever tried to call somebody and you just get their voicemail?
Good morning, Max.
Yeah, good morning. We've got terrible static, so I'm gonna basically mute you out. So here's the deal. To make sure you get through, this is what you do. You add him to your call list on your phone, your contact list. Then you send him a text message. Matthew, this is James. Please call me at your easiest, at your convenience. And then over here, you send him a message. I just called and left you a message, and call him. So he knows when his phone rings that it's you. Now, when you get him on the phone, we're going to go back. We're not going to jump in and talk about your business, okay? First, you're going to start out and say, Matthew, it's nice to talk to you. I don't think you've ever talked to him. He's always avoided that. It's nice to finally talk to you, Matthew. God, man, I really wish you'd looked at this before, because with your passion for training and working with people, you'd already be one of the top earners in our business. So I'm about to launch a project, and I'm glad you called, because we're starting next week. With your background in training and managing teams, you would be outrageously successful. What experience have you had with network marketing? And when I'm talking about network marketing, I'm referring to companies like Amway, Mary Kay, Avon. Get it out right away. What's his experience now? What does he know about the business? And if he comes back, those things don't work, I've never met anybody that's making any money in these types of businesses, then your response should be, you just need to meet more people. I could give you a list of dozens, over 100 people that I know that are making a lot of money in network marketing. So what happened? What companies did you work with? What did you try? Devote your time on the phone to learning about him. You're not going to talk about your business. You're going to fill in the blanks about him. And listen, Matthew, I'm about to launch a project, work with 2 people. I've already got the 2 people selected, but because of your experience, you have more experience than one of the people. We can get started right away. I'm going to work with 2 people, help them become leaders and top earners in my company, and earn anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000 in the next 90 days. Now, we know what his network marketing experience is, and then you got him on the phone. So I'm working with a company called Boom. Give him the name of the company, and tell him what you would normally send in a message. To be successful in this business, Matthew, number 1, you need to be passionate about the company and the products that you're working with. 2, you need to be working with somebody that's very successful, that can help you become a leader and start making money right away. I'm really glad you've connected with me. And 3rd, you need to have online tools to make it all work. And then I'd ask them, how prepared are you to get started with this right away? In other words, if you're not ready to get started next week, right, then you can tell them, listen, I'm going to send you some information, a little bit of information about the company, and then tell them, you're going to put them through the system, whatever system you're using. Don't be afraid to talk to him on the phone. But I caution you, you're not on the phone to tell him about your business. You're on the phone to finish qualifying him. And you put a little urgency to it by reminding him, listen, man, I've already got, we're starting on Monday. I'll put that other person on the back burner and work with you because of your leadership and training experience, period. But your phone conversation with him needs to be about him. And you may find that as you're talking to him, you may realize this guy's not for you. It's not for you. All right. So let's go over here and look at Robert. Whether you're talking to somebody on the phone, so let's look at who you're talking to. Imagine going to a networking event and knowing in advance. Okay, so you asked him twice about network marketing, but he never answered. Now you get him on the phone, and that's the first thing that you want to know. What is your experience about network marketing? What companies have you worked with? How long ago did you work with them? That's going to be the first thing you're going to ask them. You don't want to waste your time. Personally, I think he's a flake. All right. You want to talk to him on the telephone, talk to him on the phone. But you'll put him to bed one way or the other after a phone conversation. People talk via text about things they want to talk about. You've seen me log into people's accounts, send a message, and they answer right away. Why? Because I'm asking questions about them. You're not here to sell. You're here to see if there's an opportunity to sell, period. It's like you're at a big networking event. Everybody is wearing tuxedos. The ladies are wearing these beautiful evening gowns. It's a pretty prestigious event. Only you can walk around that room and in advance who you want to talk to because you can get a look at their profile. So, been on a couple of years, but I'm recently found a need for networking as I ponder my next steps. Okay. Actually, I think we did this yesterday. Why did you leave your last job? I was turned company restructuring. My market was eliminated, as was my role. Now, what makes this guy an extra special prospect is he was terminated with 1,500 other people, which means his warm market consists of 1,500 people that are looking for jobs, looking for work. So he's a leader. He's worked with his company for 14 years. Pharmacist. And he goes from being a pharmacist to a trainer. Now he moves up. He's a regional pharmacist manager. And then he became a senior manager. So he was a senior manager with his company. And why did he leave? Company restructured. So as a senior manager, as a regional pharmacy manager, he's going to know a lot of people in the company. A lot of people in the company. So when he comes over to the business with you, he's going to be able to tap into that whole pool of people that are also looking for work. Okay, so my market was eliminated. When? According to this, it was October. So the process is going to be the same. With all of these people. First, you have two images that you're clearly going to want to use. One is, experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And the other one is, let me pull it up. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. So we'll take that image. I mean, these would be your options. And remember, we're looking for diamonds. Okay. Now, basically, pre-qualifying questions for someone at his level. What did you enjoy the most about your job? What other positions would you consider in your next job? The answer that you get to these questions are going to qualify people. Now, if you can't find a position with another company equal to or better than the one you worked with, would you move to another industry where you could? If so, what other industries would you consider? So you could either go with if the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. Or the other one would be, oops. experience what you get when you didn't get what you wanted. In this particular instance, the appropriate message would be, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. And then what do you enjoy doing the most about your job? And you'll find that there's a whole structure of and let me share with you, for those of you that are in boot camp, so we're going to be going through the flow of the questions that you're going to ask people at high levels of management in a company. Interesting, increasing interest rates have devastated the mortgage and real estate business in companies like yours. But at the same time, it has also created other great opportunities for professionals with your experience working with people to leverage, again, if it's appropriate, your love of training and passion for developing leaders, working with others. So if you could take your career to the next level by moving to a different industry and work with a new company that you were equally passionate about, what other industries would you consider? And we've got variations of these questions that will naturally walk your prospects through the process. What do you say if the prospect doesn't like pyramids? And at the end, I have an example of a conversation that took place with someone that was textbook. Would you like to know more about it? I'm always interested to learn more. And then he comes back and he says, you know, after reviewing the videos and researching online, I'm going to have to pass on the opportunity at this time. And I don't want to waste you or your business partner's time on a call. Just not feeling 100% confident about moving forward at this time. Thank you for your time today. And believe it or not, what did we do? After reading your message, I have to admit that I was surprised that you were hesitant to learn more about my business and move forward when you reviewed the online information that's out there about network marketing, pyramid selling, and my company. If I was in your position, I would have done exactly what you did and most likely would have made the decision not to proceed when I saw what you did. LOL, I know what's out there. I would have responded sooner, but thankfully my business is experiencing a level of growth that I've never experienced before. And then we did a search. Did you know there are over 408,000 district managers in the mortgage and home loan industry, and most of them are actively looking for another job? So before I introduce you to the top earner in our company, let me provide you with the additional information I was going to share with you after talking to him. This will give you the real facts about network marketing that has been buried by all the online trash talk and blatant misinformation. I'll also explain why so many people never succeed in this type of business, and also show you why you and everyone you bring into our business will succeed. Believe me, I appreciate that you don't want to waste our time. And I assure you that I wouldn't be talking to you now if I thought it was a waste of your time. Okay? And we took this, and the person ended up joining the business. So don't think for a minute that just because someone says thanks, but no thanks, that is necessarily the end of the conversation. No. You know things that these people don't, period. When you're talking to the right people, you are all on your way to moving to the top of your company, period. So, as I said, we will be back tonight at 9 o'clock. Boot camp starts. Let me look in the chat window here. Folks, it's all about identifying as quickly as you can who fits the mold of who would be successful in your business, period. And remember, you're looking for diamonds. You're looking for diamonds. That's what you're looking for. People that fit the parameters. They have experience in sales. They like to sell. They like to teach. They like to train. They're ambitious. When you're talking to somebody, if the conversation isn't going the way you want it to go, as soon as you realize it, oh my God, no, no, they need it. No, Blake, James, I was talking to Mohammed. I have a session with Mohammed today. There is a success story behind every success story that I share with all of you. And you all head down a road that's going to put you on the way to success in your business. Every connection you make, you're planting a seed. Once you're connected, the seed is planted. Now, just like you would water a garden, you plant the seeds, you water them, you water the garden, you put a little fertilizer on it. You're building rapport and establishing credibility with the posts that you put up there and the conversations you have with people. So how did Francisco enroll 25 people in 1 week? Well, number one, he's connected to over 4,000 people. So change a date on your profile that triggers notifications. People can congratulate you. People reach out. We know what happens when you change your picture. People reach out, people respond. Generating all kinds of opportunities to him, engage them. Hey, we haven't talked in a long time. What's new? To the network marketers that he was friendly with. So how's your business going? How's business? With the economy going tanking and interest rates and inflation, I mean, there hasn't been a better time to get into network marketing right now. My business is exploding. How's yours doing? You're talking to them like two insurance people in the same industry would talk to each other. I will be back 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll do some more of these. Tonight in boot camp, we're going to show you some new strategies, some new scripts that when used with the right people will help all of you rank advance significantly in the months of November and December. So until next time, best of luck in building your business.